The MSI G244F was such a successful monitor that MSI decided to make an upgraded version of it, the MSI G255F. Now, that monitor turned out to be nothing like its previous version. It had worse colors, a high price tag, and didn't feel like an upgraded version at all. Luckily, there is another version of the G244F that actually feels like a more premium choice. Its E2 version. The G244F E2 was one of the best monitors we've tested in this price range. And I can tell you right now, this monitor can become the new king of MSI's budget 1080p monitors. Remember, you can check its prices in the description, so let's move on to its review. Just like the G255F, it has 50 more nits on its max brightness ratio compared to the G244F. That grants it more glare curbing and brightness stability for use in a bright room. But be sure to reduce the brightness setting when in dark environments, since this monitor does have a notable level of IPS glowing due to its IPS panel. That issue will make the black hues appear more grayed out or without depth, so keep that in mind. Speaking of IPS, unlike the G255F, the G244F E2 inherited the great color vibrancy from its predecessor. In comparison, the G244F covers up to 94.4% of the Adobe RGB color spectrum, or 92.05% DCI-P3, while the G244F E2 keeps things slightly more down to earth with its 91% Adobe RGB or 88% DCI-P3. The out-of-the-box colors strike a good balance between the super vibrant G244F and the washed-out G255F. Yet, the G244F still sits on the throne as the best budget monitor for professional media editions that require a wider color gamut. One thing worth noticing, though, is that both the G244F and the G244F E2 only have tilt support for the stand. Fortunately, there are two versions of this monitor, the G244F E2 and the G244PF E2. Both have the same features, except for the ergonomic stand you'll find in the G244PF E2. It is $10 more expensive, but it is a great deal if you need better ergonomics. Now, let's turn our attention to the gaming features. This monitor's refresh rate can go up to 180 Hz, which is already an improvement over 144 Hz, especially if you play competitive games. Sure, 240 Hz would be optimal if you plan to be a professional, but for just around $100, this monitor is great for starters in the scene. In terms of motion blur and responsiveness, it also performed fairly well, maintaining average performance compared to every monitor in this series. Certainly, when running at 180 FPS, it'll be way harder to notice the motion blur, though it can still be a nuisance for those who pay close attention to detail. So, if we put all the pieces together, the G244PF E2 is everything the G255F strived to be, but failed to achieve. A more refined version of the G244F with good colors and an even better cost-benefit ratio. You can check the G244F review here and the G255F review here. All monitor links are in the description. Be sure to leave your like and subscribe for more content.